was intended to replace the Allied ships being blasted out of the water by German U-boats. Its body design was similar to a ship. Constructed of birch rather than spruce, the plane had a larger hull than most 19th century clipper ships. It was only 13 feet shorter than a jumbo jet. With a tail 114 feet across and a weight of 200 tons, detractors considered the plane unflyable. Hughes finally completed it at the end of World War II, too late to be of any real use, and it became a remarkable novelty, flown just once, for 60 seconds, before returning to its climate-controlled hangar. Seaplanes had been flying very successfully for 30 years before the flight of the Spruce Goose. The British had become seaplane pioneers because they had to fly to corners of their empire where there were no runways. The short Sunderland was originally designed as a U-boat destroyer. Today, 50 years after the end of World War II, there is only one still flying, owned by millionaire airplane collector Kermit Weeks.
This short Sunderland was nicknamed by the Germans because of so many machine guns sticking out of it. They nicknamed it the Flying Porcupine. And its defense, it was a very slow airplane. Its real only defense was to get down low over the water and make the Germans come in from the top. If they took a bullet through the belly, they still have to land on the water again, and there's an obvious leak right there. They actually used to have little rubber plugs that they could go through the hull and stick them out and make a temporary patch so they could land back again before they could do a permanent patch on it.
A flying boat is basically a ship's hull with a float on each wing to keep it buoyant. Wings are high up to keep the propellers out of the water. Steering on the water is controlled by propeller speed alone, and wheels are screwed into place when land maintenance is essential. Although the short Sunderland was later converted into a luxury passenger carrier, the seaplane ultimately died out. After the widespread construction of concrete runways during the Second World War, there was no longer any need for planes that landed on water.
I think it would be more of an extreme boat than it would be an airplane. It is so unique in its element, which is the water. The airplane has no reversible propellers, has no brakes, it has no rudder for the water. Its only steering is by differential throttles on the outboard engines. Depending on the different conditions and the wind and the currents and stuff, it can be a very interesting and a very big challenge to operate on the water. It's my favorite part of operating the airplane.
The Grumman Duck is a true amphibian, designed with a one-piece floating hull and wind-down wheels that allow it to take off from land or sea. Originally a U.S. Navy reconnaissance and rescue plane, it is the ultimate versatile amphibian flying machine. Every year, 1% of the world's surface is destroyed by fire. There is only one plane in the world built to fight it: the Canadair CL-415. It is designed to land and take off from water, and in 12 seconds it can scoop up to 1,600 gallons into its hold. This extreme plane is built to withstand the corrosion of water and the heat of intense forest fires. These fires can reach over 300 feet in height and release the same energy as a nuclear bomb every 10 minutes. The pilots who fly them have one of the toughest jobs in aviation. They need to maneuver at low altitudes and are continually buffeted by the turbulence created by the raging fires. This is a unique airplane designed to fight the extremes of nature. One of the most unusual planes ever designed flies even lower and closer to the water. A highly secret project run by top Soviet scientists during the Cold War was set up to study something known as ground effect. When a vehicle travels close above the water, it compacts the air underneath it, cushions the vehicle, and greatly increases its speed and efficiency. The result of this research was the astonishing Ekranoplan. Larger than a jumbo jet, it holds the world's record for the greatest lift of any aircraft, an amazing 1,000 tons. This extraordinary machine is powered by 8 huge jet engines, travels at 300 miles per hour only feet above the water, and could carry 1,000 Soviet Marines. Since the Cold War, the project has been crippled by financial problems. It was once seen as the future of civilian and troop transportation. Today, it is sitting in dry dock.